Hey, this is a follow-up on replacing the intermediate steering shaft on my Camaro. I have an issue. I put it all together, and you know, those of you who follow the channel know I do my best to follow the book, but somewhere along here I didn't get things quite right because the steering wheel isn't on center. And it's off, maybe about 5 or 10 degrees, which is quite a bit. And I'm going to go back in here this morning. When you put these together, you have what's commonly called the rag joint, or this flex joint at the bottom. And it has a spline on it with a flat, and then you clamp this down onto that spline. And what you have to do is get the flat of this right lined up with the flat on the steering gear. And according to the book, the flat on the steering gear should be, I'll say level or parallel with the top cover of the steering box. And I must have had it off, and I'm expecting to find that I got it off a tooth and got it rotated slightly. You don't want to fix this, typically anyway, you don't want to fix this by changing the front end alignment to get the steering wheel centered, because you want the steering box has a high spot in the middle, and you want that to be matched and lined up. So I need to go in here and get a look at the steering column installation here and see what I can find. And then there's a second piece, which is the retainer for the bearing in the lower bearing in the steering column. After I went back and looked at my video, I put it in incorrectly. It should be, I don't think it hurts anything, it would probably run fine, but I really need to clock it to a different position to make it the same as when I took it apart, right? So anyway, here goes. So I got the cover pulled back a little bit here, and what I did was I pulled the car into the garage as straight as I could so that it was going straight down the road, even with the steering wheel offset just a little bit, which means the bolt isn't straight up and down anymore either. But I'm going to take this bolt out and back the coupling off and see what I can get here. Wrong socket. Okay. There we go. That's 10 millimeter socket. The old one was an 11 millimeter socket. Take the bolt all the way out, and then I'm going to have to see what I ended up with here. That all looks okay. And the thing I kind of worry about when you do this is if you get the spline in the wrong place, you run the risk of damaging the spline. Alright, so there's the coupling and the spline shaft. And it's hard to see down in here, but the flat on the shaft is pretty much horizontal with the ground, just as I pulled it in here. I backed the coupling off, and I moved the, turned this coupling, this piece, I moved it over one spline tooth. And I wouldn't have thought it to be possible to be off a tooth because it's flat on that side, but apparently I did. So I moved it a tooth. It looks like the steering wheel is straight now. So I'm going to push that coupling back in and bolt her down. Put a little Loctite on it, torque it to 30 and see what I get. Alright, I got it slid together. And it actually slid together a lot easier than it did the last time, so maybe that should have been a sign unto me that things weren't perfect. Get a couple of drops of blue Loctite on this guy. Drop her in there. And it was much easier sliding it together. Still had to use a long screwdriver and pry on it, but right now I have the steering wheel locked in the straight ahead position. I had to unlock the column to do this, but I'm over just a little bit further because when I untorqued it I was over on the other side of these hoses, so I just moved it over a little bit. So let's go ahead and torque this to 30. The bolt broke. Nah. The bolt broke. Now I'm in trouble. The bolt broke. And I wasn't over 30. Man, how am I going to get that out of there? The bolt broke off. That's impossible. It was only up to 25. I mean, how can the bolt snap off? The spline is loose. Well, I'm going to have to see what it takes to get that bolt out of there. I may have to, the spline is loose, so I could pull the shaft back out. I guess I got to go underneath and look underneath and see if there's enough stub on the bolt to be able to get it out. So there's the bolt that I need to get right there, and it's broken off, so I may be able to get a tool on it and get it backed out, or pulled through. Man, would have never guessed. But it's going to be too tight to take video in here, so back in a bit. All right, well, I got the bolt out using long nose vice grip. It wasn't in there too tight. I tried to hurry because, you know, the Loctite will tend to want to set up, although without any clamp load on it, it may not. But it only took me about 5 minutes to get it out of there because there was enough sticking out the bottom, which, you know, the factory bolt doesn't stick out that far. So anyway, I got that, and it came out easy enough, easily enough that the threads don't seem to be damaged. So I'm going to go back in with the original factory bolt and see if I can get that in there and make that work. I did have the car jacked up. I had it on a jack stand. I had to crawl under the front. But I got it out. That's the main thing. So I'm going to try to get this thing back together. I went back and rechecked the book. It says 30 foot-pounds. Granted, it took 30 foot-pounds the first time, but I go back to torque it the second time and it snaps off. Doesn't give me a very comfortable feeling. So I may have to go back to the manufacturer and complain and give them a note that they should know that that's the case, because these bolts are hardened, should be hardened. I mean, it's a fairly small bolt for 30 foot-pounds, and the factory bolt said it was a 10.9, which is a high-strength fastener. This one that broke off has no legend on the top of it at all. I mean, it looks okay, but it's not marked. So anyway, that's a concern. I'm going to get this one threaded back in there with a little blue Loctite and put the torque wrench on it. Well, that is a problem. I can't use the factory bolt because the factory bolt is bigger, larger in diameter than the one that came with the OER part. This one, the original, measures in SAE terms, measures 390, diameter is 390. This one measures 368, 30 thousandths smaller. So looks like the Camaro's down for the count right now until I can get some spare parts and get her back together. I'm going to have to go to OER and go, hey, what's going on here? Because that isn't right. Okay, well, that's all for now.